Wasn't it go to you guys had a you were there the other day, right?
Yeah.
Slight miscommunication.
Yeah.
Miscommunication on
Yeah.
on the attendees. So we're gonna do it again starting next week, I think.
Oh yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, he's talking to Josh and Pat, I think, about a morning class and moving it to 7, and then we try to start at 6 or something.
Oh, sick.
I think that's Lucas' question.
What's up, guys? Hello, Aspect YouTube Netherlands. We're gonna get started in a bit. Once more people show up, we're gonna do some training. What's up, Bill?
You guys want to just go ahead?
Yeah, let's just get started.
So for the first game, we're just going to start disconnected. We both have the same goal. Our goal is just to, with our arms, wrap them around any part of the other person's body. So that could be here, that could be here, that could be here. It doesn't matter, just wrap your arms around some part of the person's body. We might end up both wrapping our arms around the body at the same time. If either one of us or both of us wrap our arms around the other person's body, just disconnect and restart. Not trying to take each other to the ground. The whole time you're doing this, 2 things to focus on. Focus on moving to the side of your partner. So instead of trying to get your arms wrapped around by moving directly into them, try to achieve that by moving to the side of them. The second thing to focus on while you're doing this is just moving their hands out of the way. So 2 things, getting to the side of your partner and moving their hands out of the way. So if I can do both those things, I'm gonna have an easier time wrapping my arms around him. Both of you focusing on the same thing, so it'll look like this, so let's go real quick. Okay, he wrapped his hands around, reset. Boom, boom, reset. Cool.
Okay.
With you,
Sarah.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, what's up? There's Joel.
Oh, what's up, dude?
Joel, I'm Joel.
Yeah. That's
You're the one everybody's been mistaking Ian for.
What's up, Sahaj Preet? No, they did not go down. CJ, what's up? What's up, guys?
Hello.
Yeah, 13 in there right now.
Okay, alright, same thing. We'll just switch partners. Okay. Cool. We'll do one more. Yeah. And on this one, so to prevent your partner from getting to your leg, actually I'll just re-explain it again. So we're both trying to accomplish the same objective of just getting our hands wrapped around the other person, connected in any part of their body. It could be here, 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 here. It doesn't matter. Just connect your hands. Both of you are trying to achieve the same thing. In order to achieve that, or once you achieve that, go ahead and reset. Both of you might achieve that at the same time. Just reset. In order to get to that position, focus on doing whatever you can to get their arms out of the way. Maybe crossing their arms across their body, pushing their arms up, putting their arms down, or you moving underneath their arms. And also focus on getting to the side if you can, to the side of your partner's body while you're moving their arms and getting your hands connected. So one thing to add on this iteration is if you're defending, focus on not only moving the other person's hands, getting to the side, but also now focus on using your hands to block your legs. Meaning, meaning keep your hands in front of the front of your body, including your legs, as you're trying to achieve your other goals too. So as Matt starts coming in, I can defend and getting to my legs more easily. So try to get to my legs and tight. Right, so this time as you're trying to do all of the other things, also focus on keeping your hands in front of your legs. So you can push him, hook him as he tries to come in. Well, I'll sit this one out.
We made it.
What's up, TH?
You get it. I get it. Who gets it?
Someone's super aggressive. Would it be acceptable to put them in north-south as an upper belt for punishment? Sure. Call it daddy's milk. That's sexual harassment. Josh, how did the comp a few days ago go? Which one did I do? I don't remember. What's up, K-Dog? Was it Nogi World, Sahajpreet? I got third.
Alright. Thank you again. Okay, so for the next one, you and your partner are gonna start, one of you is gonna start with an overhook, one of you is gonna start with an underhook. This is just a starting position, so when you say go, you can grab anything else you want with your other arm. We both have the same goal. It's to get both of the other person's hands, knees, or hips to the mat, okay? So getting both of his hands to the mat might look like just hands. Oh, so he's defending the takedown, I just get his hands to the mat. So that's still a win for me if I'm able to get his hands to the mat and keep them there. You can count 3 seconds, whatever you want, just if you feel like his hands are stuck to the mat, then just reset. The other way I can win is if I get his knees to the mat, so maybe I go to trip him and he doesn't fall all the way to his hips, but he makes contact to the mat with both of his knees, so I'm like trying to trip him. Okay, that's also a win for me. The other way that I can win is if I'm gonna do it all right. Is if I'm able to put him to his hips. So that might be his hips are on the mat. Those are the 3 ways I can win. He can also win doing the same thing. Now, if you do win, go ahead and switch who has the overhook. You can also switch sides too. So just rotate through like which side you're on, and if you have the overhook or underhook. So we have 2 things that we're intending to do during this game. The first thing that, because there's like 1,000 things we could do from here, but we have 2 intentions. Okay, our first intention is to use these connections in order to achieve our goals, right? In theory, we could just disconnect, and then now we're playing all of the other jujitsu, right? But we're going to intend on using these connections to accomplish our goal, both players. Now that doesn't mean if he were to like start putting me in a compromising position that I can't disengage. But if we disengage, just reset, and he gets a body lock on me, and I want to defend, it's okay, you can disengage. So try to use your connections to defend and attack, but you can disengage defensively if you need to. The other intention we have here, in this way, is to focus on a dilemma of tripping him backwards towards his back and throwing him forwards over your back. So that might look like as we're going, I'm trying to trip him this way, and maybe I do get a trip, so I'm going to do a root here. So maybe I do a trip, do my win, and reset. Or maybe he's defending hard, I'm trying to trip him, boom, he hits in so he doesn't get tripped, boom, and I throw him. So focus on using his reactions and defenses going that way to go that way, and it also works the opposite way. So if I'm trying to throw him over my hips and he defends by hipping in, boom, trip him going the opposite way, right? So focus on tripping and throwing the entire time. One move probably isn't going to work, so you're going to have to keep going between these trips. Boom, trying to throw him. So just focus on that back and forth of it. To trip him, you need 2 things to trip him. Well, there's other ways to trip him, but a way to trip him is by 1, he needs to have his foot off the ground, and 2, you need to push him towards the foot that's off the ground for him to fall over. And that goes the opposite way if you're hooking the other leg. So if I have this leg, you need to push him towards the foot that I have, right? So focus on that if you want to trip. If you want to throw him over your hips, just focus on getting your hips lower than him and lifting him onto your hips and just letting him down the ground. Play with your nose. Some things that are going to make it helpful is if you're able to grab him by his sleeve and his upper body and attach him to you. That's going to make everything easier for you when you're trying to throw him and trip him, right? So try to attach him to you. Okay, and two things that just for safety, one thing we can't do is if you're on the side of your partner, you're not allowed to sit down and try to trip him. You're not allowed to sit down and try to trip him. That's because we're trying to avoid injuries. It's a really common injury from the Tanya Toshi. That's that move where you sit into your partner's knee and it breaks their knee. So no sitting down and tripping. No doing that. But you can trip him backwards. Just don't sit down when you do it. The other thing, if you're throwing him, partner who's being thrown, let go and break fall, okay? So if you feel like you're being thrown, let go. Don't hold on the whole time, so I'm gonna throw you. Let go and break fall. If you hold on to the person who's throwing you, both of your weights are gonna come down, you're gonna hurt your ribs. Same thing with the partner on top. If you're throwing him, try not to land all of your body weight on top of him. There's a lot of ways to do that. You can roll through, you can post here. Just focus on control when you're trying to do these things. Cool. I know it's a lot, but we'll play the game and we'll do it. But any questions on the goal though? Okay, hands, knees, hips, overhook, underhook. Cool.
I'll say the first one.
What's that?
I'll say the first one.
Okay. You guys just went, right?
Yeah.
I'll go with you.
You can
A little bit. This is very good.
Ready?
Go ahead. Sorry. No, you're good.
We started switching head. Forward, back. Doesn't matter. Either one. Okay, just make sure you're moving him forward, backward, threatening throw, threatening the trip. Switch back and forth between the two. If it doesn't work one way, go the other way. I am switching back and forth. Don't just do one. Go for a throw, go for a trip. Go for a throw, go for a trip. Constantly be moving. One minute, 1 minute. Go, keep going. Seconds. One more. You sat, I sat. One other person who sit. You want to sit this one? You want to go throw it this time? The one that's over is trying to throw it. So I'm trying to figure
Both of you are trying to
Either one?
just connecting them now.
We switch whenever.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right.
Everything's good.
I'm curious to know what Ian's findings were.
What?
I said I'm curious to know what Ian's findings were.
Oh,
Because he went with you in the first round and then me in the second.
yeah.
We had completely different approaches to the same problem.
Okay. I don't know, you're connecting like your little, we call them leg kicks? Make sure you go, well, not leg kicks, but when we go for different trips.
Just tripping.
Tripping. I felt like you were connecting really well. Yeah. Towards the beginning, you were more like getting my knees to the ground, like the top pressure down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I noticed you're sort of way far back.
Uh-huh.
So I started pushing your head to the ground, got your hands and knees. And maybe that was because Josh threw you a bunch, so you wanted to stay away.
Were you squaring up with him, or what was that?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I was keeping the underhook or the overhook, but we'd end up kind of facing each other, but hips were way back.
Yeah, I noticed that with both of you guys, you're trying to square up, which is fine. You're just not gonna be able to like necessarily throw like squared up, I think. which kind of, like for this game, we're trying to use those connections to throw. But it also does present an interesting problem if you score up. So, but I mean, for the intent of the game, try to use those connections, right? Because there's a certain point too where like we start here. Okay, I still have the overhook, but like, do I really have the overhook, right? And you have the underhook, but do you really have the underhook, or just now just like doing the whole locking horns thing again? And like, so that's what we're trying to get out of here. Really, just start trying to use like that movement on the side of the person to get that stuff going.
I guess, but in that same vein, if somebody does square with you, know that you've got the snap down as an option.
100%, yeah.
So when I noticed that Ian was like turning the corner and trying to face me, his hips were way back, his head was down, and I was like, just gonna drag him.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that always goes for halfway.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
leg
exactly.
sweeps.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought was happening.
Yeah.
I wanted to test that hypothesis because I watched you and Josh the first one, and I was like, I wonder what Ian's gonna do in response to that.
Yeah.
And it is what I thought.
Yeah. Any other observations? Anything that was either helping you or hurting you at all?
Oh, I'm just not very good at throws, is what I learned today.
Yeah, was there like some way that somebody was defending or something somebody else was doing that was making it more difficult for you?
I think I'm just accustomed to like throwing with like an underhook and getting like completely in front of them, and they were just like moving their body so that I couldn't get under them.
Oh, okay. So you're not able to get under. Can you show what that means, not able to get under?
Like if I'm here and I'm trying to get like my hips under him, then my hips keep like moving his body. Yeah, so it was like harder to throw.
Got it. Were you, when he would move his body, when you tried to get your hips in, were you just then backing out and resetting?
Yeah.
Or? Okay. Got it. Have you tried it all, and like if getting into hip throw fails, trying to go back to your foot trips?
Matt was telling me to do that.
Okay.
I think I wasn't.
It's easier said than done, especially
No, yeah.
when you're watching from the outside. It's easy to see. You'd be like, okay, you try to throw, but then what comes next? When you're in it, it's so much harder to.
Yeah, 100%.
But this is what it's for, right? It's like.
Yeah. So I think you encountered the exact problem that once we play this game more and more, that's the exact problem that you'll be trying to solve. And a lot of the time, a solution for that is to start attacking the opposite way.
Yeah.
You attack one way, attack the opposite way, right? And then that's how you start to figure out like that dilemma, I think. But you have to do like a bunch of iterations of it, I think.
One more like that.
Yeah, we can do one more. Do you want to go?
Sure.
Okay. Have I?
Wait, it's
Set out
either
once.
Joel or Sarah who sits next. I think.
Okay, I set out like at the very beginning.
I sat out right after you.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I just said that.
You sat out.
Yeah.
So then Joel sit this one.
Okay.
And then you and I can go. Or
Well, I've already
Okay.
gone with him. I've not gone with Sarah. I'll
Up
just
to you.
stand up.
Up to you.
I'll go with Sarah then.
Okay.
Cheers, man.
Just help fellas who have tired. Did you notice anything watching either group? If you didn't, I'm just curious if you did.
Like in terms of like how the technique was used, or
No, I mean any. Just going sort of just observations.
yeah,
But, I mean, if there was nothing, then that's the answer.
shoot. Seems like everyone has a good base. You know,
It is.
yeah, a lot of
Yeah.
like the throw attempts, like it was not just like a one and done. You know, you have to do more than 2 attempts, 3 attempts.
Right.
So
Yeah.
that was pretty cool.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
One time I was able to use Iron's momentum to help facilitate the throw.
Oh, cool.
So instead of like going for the trip and then diving in for the throw,
Yeah.
I started pulling forward, and as his feet were moving forward, I just snuck underneath him.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah.
That
Was that a hip throw?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay. So,
I think it was.
I mean, did you throw? You
Yeah,
did
here's my
take
hip.
the throw over
Yeah.
your hip? Okay. That's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. I'm a
Very
shit.
simple definition.
I'm a shit.
Kind of something similar too.
What's that?
Kind of something similar where I was
Okay.
putting pressure on my shoulder,
Uh-huh.
the underhook, and then just kind of push. You trying to equal action force backward,
Oh, okay.
and as you did that, kind of.
There you go.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
like
yeah.
tripped me twice.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, that's exactly it. Like, you felt like a resistance with him
Resistance.
going. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It feels like a spring sometimes. I feel like it's like I'm pulling one way and he's like pulling the opposite way. I'm like, okay, I'm swing that way.
Right.
Spring sort of like. Cool. With you, I was trying to, because all the judokas who watch the videos and trash me, they're talking about the kazushi. So like with you, I was trying to practice like attaching you to me really hard. So I would like pull your sleeve to get you to like attach your upper body to mine. So that was the first time I was like really trying to consciously do that. And I feel like it made it easier to load you on my hips a couple times. Yeah. Did you notice anything in all around that you were doing or anything?
Like, or at least like with something you were doing, like sometimes when you would throw me, I would feel like very, very loaded, and then other times it would just be kind of like a trip, but also a throw. I don't know if you're doing something different or if it's just positioning.
There were sometimes when you're talking about like when I lifted you onto my hips.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were times like that. I'm trying to remember. Were you falling like backwards on the other case that you're talking about?
It was still like a throw, but I was kind of just like
Just not falling.
falling off.
Yeah. I feel like maybe I was just blocking your leg and doing the same thing with your upper body instead of like loading you all the way on the
Yeah,
hip.
yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think so. It was kind of like a trip and a throw at the same time.
Yeah. Cool.
Next game.
Yeah, next one. Alright. I guess we could go straight to the arm isolation game we were doing. Yeah, we do that, yeah. So normally when we do these sessions, we'll like, this one we have to cut kind of short because there's a class at 10, but normally when we do the sessions, we'll start standing and then we'll work sort of in positions that are between standing and the ground. So we might like work from a quad pod or like a turtle position or something like that, or we might work from a position where like maybe Matt already has one leg and he just needs to finish a single leg or something. So we always work like from standing down. We might even like sometimes work like guard pulling stuff. But for time we'll just skip to the like already on the ground.
So we're gonna start just with my ankles locked in a circle around Matt's head and his arm.
Do I start with my hand outside?
Yeah, start with your hands on the mat. Matt's just gonna start with his hands on the mat. My only job is to make sure that Matt doesn't get both of his arms inside or both of his arms outside. That's my only goal for the entire round. There's no way for me to win. Only Matt can win. Just because I start with his head trapped too doesn't mean I have to keep his head trapped, right? So if he gets his head out, I still have one of his arms inside, right? He hasn't met the condition yet. If we get over to this side here, just because his head is out doesn't mean that he's won yet, right? So feel free, depending on where his weight is going, if you feel you need to either keep his head on the inside or outside, you can do that as long as you maintain your legs controlling one of his arms, right? That could even be like pop over like you do normal quad escape. I'm still winning, right? If I can find a way to still keep his arm isolated, boom, we're still going. No matter what it looks like, it doesn't matter if you guys are in weird positions. As long as you have his arm, you're good to go. This is also controlling his arm, right? So you're just gonna hold that as long as you can. To make your life easier, try to keep his hands as far apart from each other at all times as you can. You can use your hands to do that. You can use your body weight to do that. You can move yourself to keep his hands separated. So try to keep his hands apart and try to keep him close to you. Those are the only things you need to focus on to achieve your goal of holding his arm, keep him close to you, and keep his hands apart. Right? And just work on that the whole time. Guy on top is going to do the opposite. In the attempt to get both arms in or both arms out, try to create distance with your partner and try to get your hands connected and start working. Try to keep him from controlling your head and your neck. I think that's it.
That's it?
Okay, cool. Any questions on the goals, objectives, anything? Okay, cool. All right, I think I've probably got it out. Okay.
Yeah.
What's up, Bill? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, Yordle? Ready?
Good, yeah.
You do Tanya Toshi, don't fall, pal. Yordle. Yeah, we're not doing Tanya Toshi Yordle. We're just avoiding that. I was demonstrating a dangerous way to do Tanya Toshi, which is the way that you're describing, which is falling parallel. Stop slamming people before I burn your house, Sicko Goshi. Nice, Adrian. My opponent is experienced and has won many competitions before. Do you have any tips on mentally preparing? Just go in there and try to execute what you've been working on. The more you think about your opponent, the more it's not actually going to help you, really. It's just probably going to make you more nervous. Focus internally on what goals you want to accomplish and let the outcome just follow from that. Just focus on your game. What's up, Marlon? Just got done with judo classes. Cool. But yeah, thank you, Yordle. Yeah, we're just, again, I was demonstrating okay, cool. Yeah, he said, oh, great, then, heart, cool. Yeah. I was showing the wrong way to do it. What's up, what Willie thinks? Is tendonitis common in BJJ? Sahaj, yeah, it's pretty common. It happens, especially like in the elbows and the knees.
I don't know.
Cool.
I don't know.
What's up, Bill?
Go ahead and switch, actually. I forgot to tell you guys to switch.
Oh.
Yeah, my bad. I didn't realize that you were not.
Oh, halfway?
That's my fault. Just, no, every time a wing is met, just go ahead and switch, yeah. Try to keep him down, Sarah. You can grab his head, that'll help. You can grab your shin, yeah, try to keep him down close to you. Yeah.
see if I try.
All right, 20 seconds. Sahaj Preet, whenever it gets him on the ground. What is the best takedown? Yes, Sahaj Preet is correct. Whatever gets him on the ground. Pretty sure I have it in my knee. Oh, sorry what Willie thinks. Damn. Yeah, that sucks.
Are you able to submit or just maintain? No, just maintain, right?
You're just holding in there as long as you can, yeah.
For what it's worth, correct me if I'm wrong, Josh, but you can use like submission pressure to keep somebody in a position.
100%,
You're
yeah.
just not trying to like finish it. But if like Joel and I end up in a homoplata, I'm trying to put pressure on his shoulder, not enough to tap him, but enough to force his hand into going only one way or not any way at all. Does that make sense?
Yeah, we're not purposely trying to like get him to give up yet.
Right.
That, and you should be able to control that, right? Like submission is literally just like controlling the person to the extent that they have to give up, right? So we're just trying to control them the whole time, but without forcing them to give up, right?
Gotcha.
So you can do whatever you want to achieve that, but you don't want to like have him give up and then end. You know, you're not getting the work now. Because if you're able to control him that much, you should be able to submit him like at any time you want, right? Like if I have a fully locked in rear naked choke and I have so much control that I can hold that and like he's not like passing out yet, like that's a pretty good amount of control and I should be able to just finish him wherever I want, right? So you guys just went, right? So I'll go with you because Matt's sitting out, so I'll go with you because I just want to start.
Ready?
Huh?
No, I'm talking to Joel, sir. Just heads up.
Oh.
Just watch out.
Yeah.
They're a little scrambly. You guys are just
I don't know any skates, man. I don't know any skates.
No, keep going, let's go, keep going. You don't need to know escapes, those don't exist.
Oh, really?
Yeah, put me in your.
Okay, we got 3 seconds.
in trouble right now. His feet, right? Gotta get around his feet. Gotta get around his feet so you can go back in there. Find a way. Find a way. Come on, find a way. Get up there.
Thank you.
You don't need to do too much, but like this, I think games like this will help you determine, like, if something starts to unravel for you, I think it helps allow you to look at the problem as it is and say, okay, well, what's stopping me from doing the thing that I need? He had his feet clear on your chest.
Yeah.
So you can't get his head. You can't get his arm. You can't get, so you've got to find a way to clear that problem before you can start re-attacking the problem at hand. So that's all. I didn't mean to like stop you from.
No, that was good. That was
I
good.
was trying to like
Yeah,
give
yeah.
you some ideas to like what problem to solve. I think you were trying to solve the wrong problem in that moment. You were still trying to figure out how to get his head close to you.
Yeah, I was.
So he had his feet in front, and with his feet in front, there's just no way you're gonna do it.
Right.
So that's why I was saying like, figure out how to get past the thing that's stopping you, right? What's stopping you? His feet. That's all.
Yeah.
It's almost like a mindset thing too. Like how to solve problems, you know?
Yeah, well, this is 100% what we're trying to do. So, like, I was being kind of tongue in cheek. I told you escapes don't exist. You're like, sorry, I don't know any escapes, and I said escapes don't exist. I'm being tongue in cheek, but like the entire thing that you're trying to do. That's why we give the task focus in the game too, of like person who's trying to get out, try to create space and get your arms back together. So that's like one thing to focus on in order to like achieve your goal of both arms in or both arms out. Just focus on that. You don't need to think about what's the move I need to do here. Like we're purposely not trying to like just replicate techniques to try to get out, right? So,
We're telling you the what. You have to figure out the how, based on the problem that's in front of you.
yeah, which is gonna be 1,000
Right.
different things that are happening, right?
100%.
So.
100%.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, I think you want to do one more, or you want to switch to the next one?
We switch to the next position,
Okay.
yeah. So same game, except we're gonna start.
With the clamp?
Let's actually just start here. Okay, same game, except we're gonna start. He's gonna be on his knees. I'm gonna have control of his arm here. Now we're just gonna go from here. Yeah, same exact thing. I just have to keep control of his arm. Just because I start here doesn't mean I have to stay here. So maybe he starts facing me and coming up and stacking me. Boom. I can still trap his arm like this. Say he starts stacking me and walking to his right. Boom, I can switch back. He starts walking the other way. I can switch here as long as I keep his arm controlled right the whole time. We're just starting in a new position. Cool.
Okay.
All right.
I think it's Sarah's turn to sit.
Okay. I'll go with you.
Yeah.
I haven't signed out yet.
Oh, you don't say that yet?
Sarah,
Okay.
go.
I think I would.
You can't say that.
I mean, you want to start on the bottom?
In a second. You want to start with me? I don't even know. I don't even know. Where are we? Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
Nice. Nice. Same one, brother.
I'm gonna say one. I'm gonna face the middle of this one.
Anybody find anything?
It's really hard, like, I was trying to test what happens if I just like kind of stay there, and like, it was really hard to keep him from just like continuing to turn the corner and hop over. Like, I was realizing this last time we did it too, was like, if I'm holding the omoplata, it's not enough to just like have his shoulder just be here.
Yeah.
Like, I have to be actively like
Yeah.
trying to keep his shoulder down and like,
Yeah.
because he'll start posturing and hopping over. And
I from the defensive position. Sarah, on our second iteration of that, you did a much better job of like keeping me from like the first one. I just rolled right out of it, and then she learned and she was like, no, not doing that. And so I tried to roll, I couldn't roll. I tried to step over, I couldn't step over because you're doing a good job of what Josh was saying, like moving around and keeping my shoulder in. And so I had to actually lay her on her side, like start pushing into her until she was on her side, and then I was able to start stepping around and doing other things, getting my arm out. So it's one thing I hadn't thought about doing, but it helped in my defensive effort to pin her so that she couldn't follow my shoulder, and then do the thing, whatever it was. Something that I noticed.
I had always been taught like with omoplatas to just like grab around the hip.
yeah.
And I realized very quickly that doesn't really always work, like just grabbing the hip. So like when he had me, he was like grabbing my shoulder and I was like, oh, I can't roll out.
Okay.
So that the second iteration, that's what I did and it worked a lot better.
Got it. Cool. Yeah. I'm sure there's a reason they show the hip. I mean, like, what do you think the hip is useful for?
I mean, I think the reason they show it is like it's the first line of defense of them either stepping over you or rolling forward. Like then you can at least follow them. If you don't do anything, then you saw what happened on the very first one. I just like kind of fucking rolled right through.
Yeah.
If you have your hand there, I mean, at least you can feel them start to move and then maybe adjust. I just like to go one step further as soon as possible and like go under the arm and connect my hands, because then I can stay completely like glued to you.
Yeah.
Because that's what happened. Like you rolled forward and I just rolled with you, and
Yeah.
like, we ended up in the exact same spot. I was like, all right, I'm still here. So I don't think it's necessarily wrong to hold the hip. I just think it's
You get perfect. It
Yeah.
solves a problem.
right, but not all problems.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been like just like blocking the hip even.
Yeah.
And like when people start to try to jump over, I'll just kind of like blocking the hip,
Yep.
pull them down with the hip if they're trying to roll. But then like at a certain point, my arm starts to get tired. So
Yeah. Cool. One more time like that.
yeah. Like, so that happens.
Joel? No. Wait. I don't know. I don't know the order. I don't know the order
I
anymore.
said that a long time.
All right. I'll go Joel.
Go with William Williams.
Alrighty. Starting your.
Cool. Alright, ready?
Oh fuck.
Ten seconds, 10 seconds.
Good.
Oh,
You like it?
That's so cool, man. Because you actually like spend time to feel out the actions, and, like the movements.
Yeah,
While you're like running, you're just going all out, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think a couple times you were so close.
Oh man.
I could see your hand like popping out, like no, 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 no.
Yeah. That's he's talking about training density.
Let's
yeah,
go.
So like,
Yeah.
yeah, because you know, like when we roll at the end of a class or whatever, like you might end up in the omoplata position for like 5 seconds.
Yeah, you know.
Right.
While that's like you actually have time to like think it through and
Right.
feel out the different mechanics and the movements and what the person's trying to do.
Right.
I mean, I think there's a time and place, but
For
I
sure.
don't know.
No, for sure. Like what we're trying to do is play all in jiu-jitsu, right? So like you have to roll, and you also have to know what it feels like to hold the experience after 5 seconds and somebody moving to something else and continuing, right?
Right.
But it's also we also want to like build that skill when you do encounter it in a roll, like you are somewhat comfortable. Right?
That's one area we haven't played with a lot is constraining time. And like, it's something that I personally feel we should do in the future is like, put 15 seconds on the clock and you gotta get the fuck out. Because you never know like when you're gonna need to do that, right? I don't know, it's just another iteration of the same thing. When time is involved, like that's another constraint you have to deal with. Even when you play the full game of jiu-jitsu, there's a clock. That'll dictate kind of the intensity with which you try to move. So it's not anything I want to do right now, but like, interesting to do.
Is there a water fountain here?
There's not, but there's water bottles and Gatorades there, but you just have to load that in. You can
Yeah.
use them afterwards.
Joel, curious to know what your gatherings, musings so far? Yeah.
So interesting to see how like you could hold on from whole planet. You know what I mean? Like, I know that you can move with weight, but then like above you guys do it was like floating a little bit. But then like it's kind of like when you're passing someone and you're holding them down, you're like floating with them.
Yeah.
That's how it felt like, but you guys were in like almost plunge.
Yeah.
That was like that was kind of different. I think that was a different look.
Yeah.
You know, so.
All I was thinking about was trying to keep my ribs connected to your wrist.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted to do. I didn't like whatever I could do to do that.
Yeah.
I wasn't like, yeah, that. That was my sole focus. Is like if I can keep my ribs connected to his wrist, he'll stay here, and I'll be able to fight.
Woo. Alright, next one. Now we're gonna start. Same game, except so first we did triangle and we did omoplata. Now we're gonna start with both legs on the same side of his body, head outside and arm trapped. Just starting with the arm controlled. The same thing, we're just gonna try to control the arm as long as possible. Again, we can switch to any of the other positions that we've been in throughout this whole thing. But we're gonna start with both legs on the same side of his head and his head on the outside and just the arm trapped.
Okay.
Cool.
It's my turn to sit.
Okay. Cool, I'll go with, we just went, I'll go with you. You go, give me it first. Yeah.
Ready?
Yep.
And don't be afraid to switch. Don't be afraid to switch. Do anything you can do to keep that arm trapped. You don't have to stay with whatever you have. You can switch.
As in like
Whatever you need to do to keep that arm trapped.
Okay.
Doesn't matter what it is.
I'm starting here.
What you do?
Hey, ready?
Trapped.
Heads up. Okay.
What days you guys usually have this?
Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday.
What days, or what time will you
We're traditionally here at 6:30
PM?
a.m.
AM.
And then, but like, I think we're gonna try bike prep at 6 a.m.
Okay,
Which is right, it's right around the corner.
that's right. Cool.
Anything?
Yeah, let's do one more round
I
of
haven't
this.
got the,
Huh?
I haven't got the arm bar.
Yeah.
I think it's my turn to sit up.
Okay.
I'm going with Ryan or Joel.
I'm gonna go with Joe Hockey.
Oh, this variation. Are we doing the?
Same variation.
Ready, go.
I'm trying to figure it out. I can't really move. I've never done that before. Ready? Yeah. Just fucking hate the game.
Yeah, dude. Security's going crazy.
I miss no, dude.
Crazy knuckles.
Ready?
Same song.
Yeah. Ready, go.
trying to use a little more pressure on your arm. I don't know if I was
No, I felt that.
too much.
No, that was good. My bad if I put too much.
No, 100% no.
Yeah, I was
I feel free to use as much as you want, but
Sorry, I accidentally tapped on.
I was like, oh shit.
Well, the first time he slithered out of it really quick, and I was like, I'm not gonna let him do that.
well, that's what happened. I was
Yeah.
like, okay, I need to like try to control the arm now more because he just got out of it.
That was good.
I found that in that precarious a position, going toward them is way more fruitful than going away.
When you're on bottom.
Top. He would have my arm, because I don't have the other arm to defend. It's not like I'm not underneath my own wrist. It's really hard to connect my hands in a way that it's meaningful.
Yeah.
I'm going toward him and stacking him and keeping his head into the ground while I work to get out of his legs was way easier than trying anything else.
Yeah, that's what was happening. Were you
Was that
here
happening
on
to you guys?
That was happening the last time we did this too. Were you here?
This is the first time I've ever done this version of the game.
Oh, okay. Yeah, got it. That makes sense. Yeah, because we noticed the same thing last time.
Okay.
Because that's the same thing for the person on bottom. If you start to
Yeah.
turn away, that's why you said turn towards them. I thought you're talking about the person on bottom. Because person on bottom, if you turn away from them, it's a lot harder. Which is the same thing from top. If you go into them, you're doing the same.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Were you about to say something?
I was actually worried that I saw you like did one for your arm,
Uh-huh.
and then you're gonna use that to pull, like,
I
stack
can
me
pull.
even more.
Yeah, I did. Like I was able to connect my hands at one point, and then get up and like pull myself into him, so his knees were on his face. Once his knees were on his face, it was really hard for him to like keep my arm in a compromised enough position to like maintain that.
Okay.
That was really fun.
Got it.
Cool. Oh, my mouth is so dry.
Where do you wanna go next?
What's your favorite position? What's your favorite place to be if you can get there in a roll?
In a roll.
Ooh, I like this.
Single legs is pretty cool.
Okay.
Any transition from single legs is like my favorite poke or whatever. You know, like
Okay.
I'll check it out anyway. You know.
Cool.
What's the position you said?
Single leg ups. Okay. Alright. Josh is with you.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so my job, we're gonna start with single leg X. Matt's job is gonna be to completely disconnect and get out of my feet. So go ahead and get out. So that's getting out. Getting out was also just pushed him out. That's getting out. So my job is to hold Matt using my legs, staying underneath him, hold him any way I can on top of me. I can switch anywhere I want, it doesn't matter. Whatever I want to do to hold him on top of me while having the goal of setting his hips to the mat. So I can do that however I want. His hips are on the mat, I win. His only job is to maintain his balance long enough to detach completely from my legs. And he wins. If he backs up, gets out of my legs by backing up, he's out. I mean, but we're gonna stop before we start like transitioning to all this other stuff. So if he gets out of any of these inside position entanglements, this all still counts. Double inside butterfly, single leg X, X guard, reverse X, matrix, whatever we want, as long as I have control of his legs and he doesn't get out, then we'll keep going. Yeah, try to hold those positions. I don't think there's any requirement necessarily that you're like hold these forever. If you're able to maintain connections, just do that, but try to use those inside connections, use a single leg X to try to get him to his butt, just sort of starting from there.
Are they starting with the grip on the far pant or no?
No grip on the far pant, yeah, just start single leg X, just holding onto one leg. We won't start gripping the leg yet. Some things to focus on bottom. In bottom position, try to get control of both legs as fast as possible. Meaning, right now I only have control of one of his legs. I have some control of his other leg, but I want full control of both of his legs as soon as possible and to hold that control so that I can use both my lower body and my upper body to move him around, get him off balance, and try to set him on his butt. So person on bottom, try to focus on getting control of both of his legs as fast as possible. Person on top, focus on getting both of the feet off of you as fast as possible and stepping out. Cool. Let's do it. I'm on with you, I think.
I'll go with you. I'll go Sarah, or you? Joel, you said this one, or you got, actually, this is the position.
Yeah,
you picked.
I'll go.
Yeah.
Cool.
Did you just sit out? So you're doing twice in a row? So you should come in. I already just sat out too.
I typically sit right after you.
I sat out once.
I sat out.
I sat twice, once, at least three, or at least twice. Maybe
I'll go with.
it's all good. I answered this one, and Sarah will go. And
That's in order.
whatever.
I can go there.
Me or
So close. Nice.
Yeah, it's keeping mobility.
Actually, got a quote right now.
Oh, do you?
Thank you guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, whenever you can.
Come by. Thanks, guys. Thanks, man.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, guys.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
What's up, guys? Came back. What's up, y'all? Forward to the next vid. See you later. See you, Sahajpreet. Thanks for coming in. What's up, Bill? Before grappling, I was short, ugly, and weak. After grappling, I'm still short and ugly, but not weak. You know it's me, Sweet Cherry Bill, clearly. Sheradine Boucher. Hi from South Africa. What's up, Sheradine? Thanks for joining. Okay, see you, Bill. Oh, he came back. Okay, what's up, Bill? Still here. What's up, what's up? If you guys got any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. We're going to wrap up in a few more rounds. Yeah, we got a few more rounds and we'll go. Okay, see you, Sweet Cherry Bill.
Joel, those last sequence are coming.
Yeah, of course. Thank you guys. Thanks for having me here.
Yeah, come as often as you want and can.
Yeah. Very down.
You guys wanna roll or do you just, we can play more innings? We can also just do a few like 3-minute rounds just to.
Whatever, doesn't matter.
You guys wanna roll? Okay.
You'll learn some fucking throws, man.
Crazy.
This
Fun, right?
Yeah, no, sick.
this style has a way of illuminating holes in your game real quick.
Yeah.
Just real quick. It'll show you what's not there.
Yeah. 100%. Alright guys, see you later.
See you, Joel. Have a good rest of your weekend, man.
Alright, we're going. Is this just a danger zone playlist?
Yeah.
I don't know who that is, but it's cool.
I'm doing your favorite rapper's favorite rapper.
He's your favorite rapper? Favorite rapper?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Rest in peace, his soul. He fucking died.
Oh, wait, I just laughed. What did you say?
I said rest in peace, his soul. He died a couple
Oh,
days.
You just laughed at that. I really thought you were dead.
But you know, he's known for like sending like fake people out to his concerts or whatever. He was like, they call them doom bots or whatever.
Doombot.
People fucking pay money to go see him play, and he'll get like mad social anxiety and not want to go. So he's like, send these fucking robots out there, and people are like, what the fuck? So maybe fake his death. I don't know.
Oh.
Maybe he's not dead.
Maybe he's not
I mean,
dead.
maybe there's a theory. There's a theory out there that it's possible that he's.
Demolished.
Two lapels. That's crazy.
Fucking beats me, man.
You what?
Demolished me the first round.
What's up, Yora? Okiri Erijimi. Is that the name of it, Yordle? The thing? Tell Matt if he can't. Okay, this is Sweet Cherry Bill, so he's just
Sweet cherry, go.
just prefacing.
All right, thank you.
He says, tell Matt if he can't find a girlfriend, I will arrange a girl for him. She killed her last boyfriend, so I don't know, he might fix her.
Sweet cherry, Bill, I'm married, bro.
Yeah, Matt's married.
I found a girl for life.
Otherwise, that would definitely be who Matt would.
But yeah, you're right. If I
Who are
weren't
you
married,
going for?
I'd definitely take you up on that. Someone tells me my wife would not be
He also says he can't do the triangle choke because he's got a fat ass.
Who, I can't? 'Cause
No,
I'm
Bill.
Bill can't.
Okay.
Woo!
Oh, bow and arrow choke. Yes, sir. Yordle ran. Another wife. Yeah. Okay, I think I'm done. Yeah, good job, guys. Yeah, I'm done. All right, thanks everybody for hopping in the chat. Good to see y'all. Hope you have a good rest of the weekend. We're gonna do another one tomorrow. Thanks for the questions. I'll see you guys later. Appreciate it. Bye.